maybe we will not be discussing the conversation we would have today because
that conversation is important
because it looks like it's going to get heated in the studio. And a big shout out to all the elders out there. Dr. Extraordinary who sang for God. We hope that he gets into the studio before we leave, and every other person on the team this morning. But let's start with this conversation, which, of course, even Mazi Destiny Anthony said, no, this conversation is very, very important. And, of course, Mazi's birthday wishes are beginning to trickle in on WhatsApp. This one says, happy birthday, Odogu. Many happy returns. Sir J from Wuse is wishing Mazi a big happy birthday.
Thank you.
And Bernard, listening from CBD, is also wishing Mazi a big happy birthday. And he says he should age with grace. That's what Bernard is saying from CBD.
Thank you.
And just to also let you know that Bernard is an international listener. He's just in Nigeria for now.
Okay.
He's from Sierra Leone.
Oh,
yes.
Nice to have you around.
Can you speak their language, man? Can you speak their language?
I forgot. Since you people don't play, I beg to. What's the name of that play?
What's it again? Now you just keep State of the Nation.
State of the Nation.
So don't worry,
that's where we used to learn Liberian.
But anyway,
thank you.
INEC is on our discussion table today on the town hall meeting. We're discussing what the INEC chair is also saying. And we don't know if you agree with that. Mazi, who has witnessed a lot of elections in the Federal Republic of Nigeria since 1999 to this point.
Yeah.
I don't also know if Mazi agrees or gives a thumbs up to it. And that this is the conversation. Just to read and put some context to it, because INEC has come out to say, see, we plan to conduct a mock presidential exercise ahead of the 2027 general elections. Even Fortune is looking at me. I don't understand whether with bad eye or with corner eye. That's L. Are you sure you are seeing well? I'm seeing clearly well.
Yes.
In fact, what I'm reading is from the Punch this morning. Says we want to do a mock presidential exercise ahead of the 2027 general elections as part of the effort to test its result, transmission infrastructure, and prevent a repeat of the past technical glitch.
Amen.
Mazi actually say amen. He also said that by the grace of God, the 2027 elections will be the best in Nigeria. The INEC chairman also disclosed on Sunday at a citizen town hall on Electoral Act 2026 in Abuja, where he assured Nigerians that the electoral body was determined to deliver what he described as the country's best election yet. The development came as INEC recently reversed their timetable. And you can also call it maybe a review of their timetable for the 2027 general elections. The commission has earlier fixed the presidential and the National Assembly election for February 20, 2027, and governorship and state house of assembly for March 6, 2027. But that was welcomed with a lot of development to say, no, that period, is that period would welcome the holy month, and please let's not tamper with anything that has to do with the holy month and all of that. However, the schedule was also looked into. The presidential and National Assembly elections are now slated for January the 16th, 2027, while the governorship and state house assembly will hold February 6, 2027. Speaking at the town hall, Adepito said that the planned the nationwide mock presidential election would test the commission infrastructure ahead of the polls. Elections anywhere in the world is now about technology, but before deploying the technology, it is important to test it thoroughly. That's what it said. If you are also into product manufacturing, in producing products, every product that you see, there is something that the organization must do. And in marketing, it is called prototype. You will release a prototype of that product for testing. People will test it. People will use it. People will commit to it and see how much pressure can that product hold and all of that. When you see manufacturers, when they make a new car, in the garage, they take it for what they call speed test to determine the actual speedometer per hour that the vehicle can go.
Giving crash test too.
Even crash tests to see what is secured. One time, one particular make of car made it in America, and that's why it was so expensive, because the crash test showed that the car was manufactured to save whoever is driving and whoever is inside. That also determined the value of the car. And this is what he's also doing, to say, no, let's do a mock elections and check if this infrastructure is what it is. It is not only by lip service to say this infrastructure will work well, will deliver in the time that we're supposed to deliver. No, but let us test it. Let us put it to it. Mazi Destiny Anthony, if you remember clearly, this is not the only time we've had anything called mock. You remember what we did when we had the card reader, when we brought card reader and introduced it into our election.
Yeah.
There was something called the card reader test, and it was carried out in the 6th geopolitical zone in the country.
Yeah.
In fact, that time, me, myself, I was transferred to Bauchi, to Jamare in Bauchi, to go and monitor the process. I was monitoring the process in Jamare in Bauchi to see how the card reader, how is it able to identify the voter's card and all of that before the general election. And that was when former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was seeking for another term in office when that thing was done. So this is not the first time. He went on to say, so my own audit of 2023 election, why the beavers was tested within the states for the Osun elections and Ekiti. You know, Maz, if you know how our political terrain is that Osun election is what gives birth to the general election because it always comes earlier. It says, however, when it comes to the federal election, especially the presidential election, which becomes interstate, it was not properly tested. Now, this is the INEC chairman going back to the 2023 elections. He said, no, there was a testing that was done, but that testing was not done adequately. It was only done for state election, state as Ekiti and Osun, but it was not tested for the presidential election. Could it also be that that's why we had that glitch? I will not use my mouth to eat the food that the gods has put on the road for the gods to come and eat. Let me move past this point. One of the things that we are trying to do before the election is to have a mock presidential election so that we are sure that the transmission across the state must not fail. Adequito said. He explained, I went on to explain that the Beavers voters accreditation system was piloted during the off-cycle governorship election before 2023 general election. The nationwide presidential election exposed the gap in large scale, stressing that testing across states. So, Adequito expressed confidence that technical glitches experienced during the 2023 presidential election would not reoccur. The glitch is eliminated by God's grace. It will not surface in Nigeria. He said, adding that apart from delay result in some instance, there was no outright failure of result transmission in other elections conducted by the commission. And so I rest my case on what the INEC chairman has just said. This is not only what you call a confident boost. This is a statement of fact, looking like a statement that is well fed with confidence. It has eaten fufu of confidence and it has swallowed oha of confidence.
Very loaded.
See, this statement is so loaded. If you see this statement, Mazi, has about 3 not, will not. This will not repeat itself again, will not repeat itself again. It looks like the chairman is ready to write his name in the sands of time, that posterity should lead him to where it's supposed to lead him to. That 2027 election will be the best election we have experienced just yet. So any elections you have experienced, Mazi, whether it's from former INEC chairman, Maurice Iwu, whether it is from the gentleman, the prof from Kano, he says, see, don't worry. This one will be the best that you have experienced. Mazi Destiny Anthony, what do you say to this statement by the chairman of the INEC?
Sire, thank you once again, and Abuja, good morning. I listened to part of that town hall, but Sir El, yes, I love to be an optimist. I love being positive because I don't have any alternative when it comes to which country would you say one comes from. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian for life, except if there is another life. Oh, maybe when you are now coming, they say, "Oh, you are not an Asian or European." But since I'm here, even though I don't like what is going on in Nigeria, what can I do? I listened to that town hall, not all of them. Number one, I do not see sincerity on the part of INEC, and this is my reason. When the last reform we had, the one that the president recently signed,
yes, sir,
I didn't see much pressure from INEC, because Prof just said, the current INEC chair,
yes,
that everybody is going digital. Everybody is embracing technology. I did not see much pressure from him. It's like him shouting. He stands on top of a hill and he's shouting to everybody, hear me, we need to go digital so that this thing can be easy for us. You understand, sir? I did not see that from them. It was almost like they kept quiet and allowed the politicians to do the dirty job. I do not expect anything different from this INEC compared to what we saw under Professor Yakubu's time. Because Yakubu gave us assurance now about IREF, Sir El.
yes,
Assured us, he spoke to a point that if I find so that day that they said there was a glitch and people were complaining, the country. And he kept quiet. Suddenly, they told us they had a glitch. And till today, you didn't bring professionals, or if for you to even prove that you're sincere about the issue. Sayed, there's a point where you can bring in some foreign guys and say, come and help us analyze the issue we had, and then let them issue a statement to say, truly, there is a glitch. And they explain it down where to a common man will understand. You just picked a term and you say there was a glitch. Sahel, the truth of the matter is that this current INEC needs to understand that what we have in Nigeria today, when it concerns to people trusting them, the high level of distrust concerning INEC is high from Nigerians. He really needs to work hard to make Nigerians still believe them again. Because Sahel, the last election, I told you I was in one radio station from 9 to 6 p.m.
yes,
95% of the calls and reports we are getting, people we are beginning to see INEC as if they are a department in the leading political party. People we are beginning to look like INEC. You are really not working for Nigeria, because electoral body is supposed to be, doesn't need to, their actions and the way they operate
must show their name as independent.
We are neutral. We are neutral. We don't care. It was in this country that we had a president. He lost the election. That was Jonathan, right?
But Mazi, when you talk about trust deficit that INEC need to show, but led by Prof.
Yes, sir.
But don't you think this statement is so worded and so loaded that you can't think that there is some level of deceit in this statement?
Sir,
because how else again do you think INEC should show that they want us to know that what they are doing is right and in the good interest of
we
the
have
people of Nigeria?
Cold, serious, like the weather is really cold, and I come to your place the first time, I say, Sir El, cool, I better help me with hot water. You saw I go bathroom, I don't put water inside bucket for you. As I dip my hand now, ice block, I even put. I run, come out. Yeah, after few days, I came back, I say, Sir El, hot water, they say yes. Oh, yeah, give me 1 minute, man, I prepare. You ask me, oh, yeah, go take your bait. Sir El, as I enter, now the same cold water. If I come the third time, you think so I go still believe you like before, say truly hot water there inside the bucket?
It now depends on my action. Maybe if I follow you to where the bucket is and dip my hand first.
So now, election never even happened. Number one, the last election, the area council, the one that we just had.
Yes, sir.
On your own now, would you say indeed that INEC, they try to see my own, Sir El, see the place where I have I still like I just said from the beginning, I'm a Nigerian. I don't have any option. But I don't believe in coming on air to clap for these people. I don't believe in coming on air, you sing their praises. That is psychophancy, because as far as I'm concerned, if these people are not doing well and you keep clapping for them, you keep making excuses for them, you're part of the problem. If somebody is digging a pit that is sinking all of us, instead of telling him to stop, you say no because you don't want to offend anybody, you don't want to sound like you're anti-government, and he keeps digging and everybody is going down. No, there must be voices to tell this person, the direction you're taking us is not taking us to anywhere. So you must always call them out. In as much as you're not giving up on the system, I'm still going out that day to vote. No matter what Prof says. Even if Prof says, we are not 100% prepared, we will do this test, I'm not giving you assurance that everything, I will still vote. I am still going, even if Prof sounds like he's a card-carrying member of APC or APDP, I am still going to go out to vote. Just like I said, I don't have alternative. But we must always call them out. We must hold them to account. We must complain where we know that things are not being done right. The reason why I'm telling you that the thing that Prof said will not make Nigerians trust INEC is that we've had people in the past who assured us that everything is going to go well.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's a different thing that you're getting. So his speech is beautiful. I listened to part of that, this thing. Because when you also needed to sound how Honorable Bamidele also, well, when one of the guests now said, how do I get a copy of the new electoral? And he said, apply. Why will I apply to get that? Okay, let's just say I'm an ordinary citizen. Somebody like that who holds that, you are telling him to apply. Is it not supposed to be available for every Nigerian to know what is in that law? What are you hiding that they will need to apply to have a copy, to study it? So Prof needs to, maybe use the election that will come, I think, or sure also.
Yes.
Before the general one, to prove to Nigerians we are ready to work.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just before I get Dr. Extraordinary Usang for God on board on this conversation, it's just because it's 10:22 and we'll move for commercials in 3 minutes, while I know that 3 minutes might not be enough for him to also establish his point. Let's go to Facebook and X and WhatsApp and see what you're saying. And we put out a question to you that, do you think holding a mock elections would make 2027 polls more credible? Why or why not? So that's our question to you. Do you think INEC doing this mock election, will it make the elections more credible, or you don't think so? And here, someone, Frederick, here on Facebook, say, yes, I strongly believe so, though I'm concerned about the cost of conducting 2 elections. Again, somebody is bringing Naira and Kobo into the conversation. I was trying to avoid it. David also on Facebook say mock elections with a big question mark. He say who mock as exam even help? Talk more of about election. INEC should give the citizens more information about what to expect and the process, not mock. You also remember that when most of us were in SS3, which I know that maybe Mazi and Usang forgot, they never did that because they did only Form 5. They were in secondary school when there was 4. We were in secondary school when there was SS3. So we are in GS3. We have mock exam, mock junior WAEC, and we have mock senior.
We are young at heart. We are youths.
You wrote mock WAEC.
Oh yes.
So I don't totally agree.
You cannot paint us older than we are.
I'm telling you.
So that blasphemy will not succeed.
So what you are calling mock WAEC might just be that you did GCE during your time.
Maybe you don't even know what the GCE is.
I don't. That's why I say it's only you people that know.
I don't have experience of GCE. I don't know what you're talking about.
And Dr. Mrs. Nna, we would come to you. Your comment is from Owerri. We'll come to you after the break and when Dr. Osang for God responds. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
my appeal to every Nigerian is that we should choose a path of honor and ensure that whatever we do will be tested, will be marked with time. Now, that's my opening rendition.
Yes, sir.
In fairness to the INEC chairman, because it is not possible for me to sit down here and assume that everything he said was not intended, because I don't know his mind. I want to also say that the INEC chairman should not be the only one to whom blames go. You recall El-Effizzy that there are staff under the INEC chairman in terms of their category, electoral officers.
Yes, sir.
They also have the ones they bring from university to head whatever. They also have as low, not low in terms of the regulatory now. I mean, they in terms of hierarchy, in terms of order of importance, we have them up to people who carry papers about. We also have even the youth corpers that are at polling units.
Yes, sir.
All of these accumulating, forming the staff strength of INEC. And sir, it is not possible, humanly possible,
yes,
for us to think that the INEC chairman intention will automatically cascade down onto the least person on that thread. So I'm calling on everyone who will be, selected either as ad hoc staff or electoral officer or appointed professor from the university to stand
as
out
as rec.
Yes, as rec.
Commissioner.
And do the needful. Mazi started by saying that we don't have any other country. And I want to also to that part. We don't have any other country. And every time we get topics like this, chances are for us to assume that the presidents, the governors, people at the helm of affairs must have compelled this INEC chairman and their staff to do the wrong thing. It may not be always the case. And so even if you are asked to do the wrong thing, and you call yourself a Christian, you call yourself a good Muslim, do you really have to do the wrong thing? If it is true that the people at the helm of affairs always influence what the INEC chairman and the staff do, how come we have had some fairly fair elections in some states and some places? I will not forget the fact that we have had minority, and as in, if I use the word obscure, I'm not using it derogatively, but just to say that parties or people that were never known in terms of their popularity, in terms of their financial strength, in terms of their political track, won election in places.
Yes, sir.
And so why was the president, why was the governor, why were the ministers and the senators not able to influence that part? That explanation tells me that we can actually do it right. We can get it right. Now, sir, El-Effizzy.
Yes, sir.
You see, when you check our track record in terms of our commentary, in terms of what we support and criticize, you will come to agree with me largely, sir, that many times what we say, what we believe, what we accept depends on where we stand. I saw on TV over the weekend, during the week, where I saw great politicians. Some of them were governors. Some of them were Senate president, lamenting about INEC inability to transmit results. And they were asking, how come we can't achieve that? Sir, these personalities were on the other side, where we say had INEC, with all the issues on ground. What was their position as at that time? So I want us to shift from where what is good depends on who we support.
Yes, sir.
I want us to shift from where what is right depends on the religion of the person at the helm of affairs.
Yes, sir.
I want us to move from thinking that an idea, a philosophy, or a principle or law is only good if it is sponsored by a certain party and not the other party. Because, check us, sir, we are not consistent. I'm talking about we, the downtrodden. I'm talking about we, the Nigerian followers. I'm talking about us now. We are not consistent. Even the followers on radio, even the callers that will call after my comment, you can see and accept with me. If I'm permitted, I don't want to call names. That we are not consistent. What we supported in 2014, we shifted in 2015 when the table turned. We supported it and then we shifted again. Each time a table is moved, each time there's someone different, our position, what we hold strong, shifts. So should it be so? We should be consistent. Consistent. If you feel that black is black, stand by it. Let it not matter who is at the end of affair. Okay. If you think that a certain policy is right, stand by it based on what is your conviction and not who is bringing it. The moment we get that right, sir, we are likely going to get some things work well for our elections. Because I'm saying this, that the INEC chairman will not be everywhere. The INEC chairman will not go to my village. Somebody is going to be appointed to be there. You may be a youth corper, you may be a rec, you may be someone that has a role to play. And other unscrupulous elements come around behind the INEC chairman. Behind the INEC chairman.
Right.
And give you money or give you position of promises, and you mar the election. At the end of the day, I know that whosoever that is at the end of a fair, the box stop at his or her table, and so they take the blame. But it's not always so. What about the masses who will refuse to come out and vote? Sir, I will stand by this. I will be consistent with this position, that the more we agree to do good, the more it becomes difficult and near impossible
for evil to thrive.
Yet to thrive. Because if you in a place you have about 250 registered voters,
yes, sir,
on election day you have only 50, you have given room
for 200
to be manipulated, or 180, or to something. Then I will ask a question, sir. How and why should we place importance only in the election that brings the president and the governors? Whereas the president and the governor,
are far from the people in terms of
far in terms of what they do.
Yes.
And again, sir, these people we underrate. The councillors, the local government chairman, and whatever, they are the raw materials for what and who is going to bring the president and the governors. Why can't we decide that? Why can't we start there? I also want to be consistent with my unhappiness. I'm not happy about the category of people who feel that politics should be left for others. And the category of people I'm referring to are Christians, Christian leaders, or religious leaders. When religious leaders feel that, oh, it's a dirty game, it's a dirty thing to go into, or you feel that you don't want to waste your time, you're too spirited to go out to vote, we will continually, the lamentation continues. I repeat again, sir. I know you go out to an election day based on what you do. You may not have gone out this last time. You know the demography of people who come out to vote. You know the demography of people who take the stress, stand in the queue, and then even wait for their vote to be counted until the winner is announced. How and what are those categories, that demography? There are people we think are not knowledgeable. We think they are not educated. We think they are the marginalists. We think that they will be battle pushers. But they are the ones whose vote will count at the end of the day to bring in the people who are complaining. Sir, I will not speak in terms of trying to make it look like there's nothing wrong about the system, or the system is perfect. The system may not be perfect, but we can make it right. If we decide to make it right, it will be right. Where people will stand from the beginning and say, we want to take these things, our destiny, into our hands. We want to ensure we have a good election. It starts by registering as a voter. Okay. INEC will open the portal for voters registration. Nobody's going there. And again, let me call on INEC. The system should also be flexible enough to encourage people to come and register. You cannot register people, and then on the eve of election, they sent me a text about change of my polling unit.
Yeah.
The good thing was that I wasn't even at home to vote. If I was at home, it was still within my vicinity. Just one street, the next street. The distance is not much. It's no distance, actually, between the both. But it's not the same privilege for everybody.
Yes, sir.
You cannot change Mazi's polling unit 7 p.m. of Friday, and where he's going to is where he will not have access, where they will say, where are you going to? And he has to show his phone and SMS. No, we cannot do that. INEC, please, you can also suggest to government what can be done. Why can't we get voters card the way we get ATM card?
Yes,
why can't we get this? We have our ININ, BVN, we have every detail. Why can't we synchronize all this data into one, whereby you do not need to go to anywhere? When you slot in your voters card, it shows your name, your age, it shows everything about you, and it shows that you're eligible. It even shows where you registered, and then you can vote. Why can't we do that?
It's because Mazi will not make money. Because Mazi needs plenty ID cards so that he can make more money.
But you know, Sahel,
yes.
What Chief Osang said.
Who are they, Chief?
Yeah, he's been up.
I'm a certified federal chief.
He's
My own chief is not
That's
my
so-
chief,
so
my chief is not the local.
Doctor Chief.
Chief, the title keeps adding.
Let her know to do.
Yes, sir. The truth of the matter is that you see all this drama that we are seeing in our. If we embrace technology, all this, just like he said, if I have 1 million naira in one bank now, whether I'm in Zamfara, whether I'm in Sokoto, even if I'm in US, I cannot do transaction that is more than that 1 million, except I'm taking overdraft or something
Yes,
from
yes.
anywhere. So for INEC to sit down and continue to allow politicians tell us networks are not in some places, the governor who was governor of Abia, when I was in Aba,
Yes,
who
sir.
said no network in his village, that same man, I can chat somebody whose house is close to his own and do WhatsApp call. But you come out and come out on national TV and tell us in your village that there is no network.
And but Mazi, you are not staying inside his house now. Network might be at his gate, but not inside his
And
house.
of course, the polling unit is not inside his compound. It
so
will
that-
always be at a primary school
And
around
that
there.
place,
So,
place from his
If,
house.
Sahel, if we embrace technology, this thing, okay, look at that day. Like we said, do you know that some INEC staff, they were looking for where they were posted?
Yes.
But with technology, you don't need all these things. We don't need to keep creating more polling units. You can just have a laptop here or two, whatever. You have a few people in this place. It will take more people than, carrying long paper every time.
All right. What do you say to us this morning? Mazi has spoken. Dr. Chief Usang has also spoken this morning, also saying that what's most critical, what Mazi and Doctor have said, that is very critical, is that the fact that whatever election it is a duty for everybody to go and do because it is in line of nation building. If you continue to leave it because of past experience or what you think it is, then you will not be part of those building the nation. And we must prioritize every election, starting from local government election to the highest office in the country. And Dr. Osan went on to appeal to the good conscience of people. The INEC chairman, in all sincerity, is not a magician. He can't be in two places at the same time. But you that have been assigned to be there as the PU or as the PO, as the polling officer in charge of that polling unit, it means that you are representing the INEC chairman there.
True.
And you must do it effectively and efficiently well.
In fact, Sahel, look at that Abia election.
Yes.
If that woman had not insisted
Exactly.
that the same thing
Good
would
example.
be done,
Oh yes.
there is nothing anybody could do. But she said, this is the result. I'm not adding anything. We are not taking. And she stood her ground, even risking her life to make sure. I did not hear Professor Yakubu, the former chair, say, oh, no, why did you do the right thing? So at every
Exactly.
level,
She wasn't punished.
if you stand and say, I'm going to do as an NYSC member, you're posted and you say the right thing must be done. But at the same time, let me also appeal to Nigerians because these are our children that are being posted in different places to go do this job. Their lives are at risk because I've seen cases where you find a small girl who was posted as what do you call them? The head of a polling unit, whatever, and you find people intimidated, threatening their lives. Please, if somebody is posted, that is somebody's child.
True.
She is there to serve the government. A situation because you are not seeing him or her because she wants to do the right thing and you are not threatening to kill the person. Remember that your own brother can be posted in another place.
In fact,
it is your job to protect every NYSC member.
Let us even sound it as a note of warning. If you are a core member or you are any human being that is posted to go and do a job in the interest of the good people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and you get any form of threat, let me tell you, one thing, no matter what you say about the Nigerian police, is one thing that a Nigerian policeman, whether from the rank and file to the highest office, that a Nigerian police will never blink eye on, is threat to life.
Yeah.
Is threat to you. You can't report a threat to life to a Nigerian police and you look away. No, because they swore an oath to the Federal Republic of Nigeria that it will not be. So if in fact, if you are a core member, you are posted anywhere to do INEC job and anybody threatens you, from that place you are sitting, be shouting to the police, say, police officer, this man say he will kill me. If it means that that election has to stop for the police officers to get
do
the person's life,
and protect
let
you.
it stop. Because every life of every Nigerian
Exactly.
is very,
Billionaire,
very
please permit me to add this.
okay, sir.
We talk about the technology.
Yes, sir.
How come is it not possible for INEC staff at polling unit to have a body cam?
It is very possible.
It's very I saw one during this election by someone. So nice. If we have body cameras, I think the government of Nigeria, this country, can afford it. If INEC includes that into their budget, whereby everyone, no matter what you do, you have a body camera that shows how you attended to people.
To the end of it.
Oh yes. So we have what do you call it now? Cameras, CCTV cameras that are not wireless now.
Completely wireless.
Yes. We have some in my churches, in my church right now. Wireless. It doesn't require whatever now. Can we also have such cameras at collation centers or at major centers where everything can be seen and the media is allowed access to that, so that it's not only the INEC office that has access to the monitoring.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the phone line, and you are welcome to the town hall meeting for the second day in the month of March 2026. 0700 951 0000. 0700 951 0000. WhatsApp is 00 30137. We'd like you to just go tell us your name, where you're calling from, and straight to the point, so that we can take a lot of calls today and read a lot of messages that we see. Hello, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Adiola Victor from Dusalaji.
Adiola Victor from Dusalaji. You're welcome to the show. Go on, sir.
Yes. You see, we are preparing for the election, and many stakeholders in the election. But the three critical stakeholders that will give us credible election, that will get it right, INEC, the political class, and the electorate. We know that we have other stakeholders, but these are the three critical stakeholders.
Before I let you go, sir, let me just quickly, before you go, sir, let me just find out from you. Do you think that this mock election will give us a credible election in 2027? That's our question.
Okay, well, it depends mainly on the political class. If the political class will allow INEC to do his duty, if they will allow the INEC chairman to be impartial, we will get it right.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
thank you.
Let me go forward.
No, sorry, so that we can pick orders. Thank you. Let's not overstay on the line. Maurice from Metama says, El, good morning. Adepito is a lawyer. Will not is different from shall not in law. That's what Maurice is saying. I get his point. Hello, good morning to you.
El-Effizzy,
yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Abuja.
Please go on.
Okay, on a take home on the election, Effizy election, me, if what actually transpired in Effizy, then we are doomed. And I am telling you the truth that this INEC chairman, the current one, for me, first is what he did in the Effizy election for me, because I voted at and the manner of things, the way they buy votes there, and the way even police people are watching, they are standing there, they are sharing money, and nothing is happening. So this kind of method of election, this first time it actually failed. For me, if this is what's going to transpire in the election, then definitely we are in trouble.
All right, thank you.
Happy birthday to Mazi.
Okay. All right. Say happy birthday to Mazi. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from Cuba. I get to their story, and they are in Cuba.
You're welcome.
Issue of this current INEC chairman, Amopepe, and who was appointed by Mr. Ahmed Tinubu, I don't think it give us a credible election. But even if they want to, even if they are like or not, but it lies on the hands of Nigerians. If 70% or 80% of Nigerians.
No, but our question to you this morning is actually, this mock election, will it give us credible elections? And will it make our election credible in 2027?
That's the INEC one of the best.
No, I'm not
No,
talking
INEC
whether the
chairman of
INEC man is there or not. I'm just saying the mock election INEC is saying they want to conduct before 2027 election. Do you think it will help us to have a credible election?
I must tell you the truth. This man will not give us a credible election.
All right. I don't think you understand the question. For me, I'm just saying, do you think the mock election will it make our elections more credible? Looking at the fact that the INEC chairman has said, see, if we do this, we'll be able to know if the infrastructure
can handle the
whole thing, the pressure.
Yeah.
He even blamed the last administration that, see, they didn't do enough tests. They just used state elections like Osho and Ekiti. That if they had done, maybe we wouldn't have those glitches. And that's what he wants to do. So that we have this conversation in this perspective. Good morning, Sir El-Effizzy, Mazi, and Dr. Osh from Abuja, the former INEC chairman, held conferences and media party and said heaven and earth, but in the end, the glitch still happened. The fact that the reason for the glitch has not been given is only making things worse. Sir El, everybody knows the mock exam cannot be the same as the real thing. No matter the past question you read. And happy birthday to Mazi.
Thank you.
But I think mock exams were always harder than the real exam. That's what I think. Of course, Chief Usan cannot contribute.
How did you conclude?
Never mind.
No weapon form against me shall prosper. And that statement is a weapon, it shall not prosper.
I'm telling you.
Friend says JAM has been conducting mock exam and they still end up having glitches.
I'm telling you.
Where students' results are being manipulated. And also, INEC should forget all this mock, whatever, and focus on strengthening the entire system or process. Did bank conduct mock ATM before starting withdrawing money from the ATM machines? It's better not to conduct the mock election, or they will end up being mocked by Nigeria. What a play of words there. It looks like commercials is looking at us. We'll go for that commercials. We'll come back. We'll take more calls and hear what you have to say. But I'm also looking at it that somebody is saying thumbs up to Usang for God. The Ghana spirit. We don't bring Ghana's here.
Enemy progress.
Yesterday I saw.
We almost wound them now. He was.
I saw blue and red this thing on the screen. You don't know a football
They
person.
couldn't do anything, but he was at the diamond.
In fact, there was a way somebody shouted. I said, no, this must be Arsenal.
I slept. I slept like a baby.
More talk, news, and sports after this. This Ramadan, emotions